Morning, Bill Crosby, the pre-foreclosure expert here. I felt like I needed to respond this morning to the news that I woke up to in the Wall Street Journal coverage. The journal was that Washington Mutual, the biggest failure ever of a savings and loan, was seized by the government last night and sold to J.P. Morgan Chase Bank. Not a big surprise as far as that goes because we knew that they were really having trouble and experiencing a lot of problems. Stock was plummeting, a lot of bad investments. The same sort of systemic problem that's going on with a lot of banks right now just hit and happened to hit the largest one since 1987, when actually a local bank here in Chicago, where I live, went belly up. But I was reading some of the posts about the bailout and the plans that the government are trying to put together to kind of save this whole mess that we've gotten ourselves into. And I couldn't help but think about a major subject of a teleconference I did the other night about why this was happening and how it really has to do so much with greed and greed in our society. And I saw people posting about how people are over leveraged. There's no doubt about it. Kind of that keeping up with the Joneses thing, and that's just something to be expected. It's how we are trained as a society, is that, I gotta look like I'm doing fine. There's two really ways of looking at this. You can get scared about it, which a lot of people are. Obviously, the government wouldn't be jumping into it so much if they weren't scared about it. A lot of people are saying this is just reckless behavior by our government. We're going to be passing on trillions of dollars of debt to our children and our grandchildren. But there's always an opportunity in situations like this. And I'm the type of person that I'm just an eternal optimist. So I'm looking at this as, okay, I know what the opportunity is here. You got to realize that although these banks are failing, there's a lot of people that are attached to these banks. So there's a couple of different major opportunities that come up with my mind. The one is, obviously there's a lot of people that need to make more money, so if I can help people do that, then fantastic. Maybe if I'm only doing 2, 3 a month, but I'm helping people realize how to take advantage of this opportunity that is available to us, then it makes me even more blessed than I already am, and I'm very blessed. But then additionally, there's people out there that I'm a specialist in helping people with their problem real estate. As you know, that's my business, as I'm a real estate investor full time, but I have predominantly focused on working with people in a pre-foreclosure or a distressed situation. Now, all these people that have Washington Mutual loans are going to be thrown around inside J.P. Morgan Chase like, well, what they are to the people in the banks is just a piece of paper. And so if this paper doesn't look shiny, well, then we're going to treat it just like we're writing on scrap paper with a bunch of crayons or something like that. It's an opportunity for us to go and help a lot of people, and if you can see that opportunity with me, you can be a part of actually correcting and solving the problem that we're going to face. This next year is going to be extremely difficult for a lot of people. But always, 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 if you're looking, truly to help somebody else, there's a huge opportunity here. And I really invite you to, email me or text me or call me or whatever, and we can talk through, this opportunity that I see. One of the things that I saw back when Fannie and Freddie Mac were failing is that they had kicked out their CEOs, and the poor guys, they only walked away with $6 million and $8 million each, respectively. That is infuriating, and I think that there probably does need to be something done about that. But again, it just goes back to that greed thing. When the companies are doing great and their stocks are going through the roof, we don't mind paying them those kind of prices. But it's at times like this where we say, okay, hold on a second, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense for them to be making so much money. So, I really hope that those two gentlemen can survive on $6 million and $8 million apiece. I know it's going to be tough for you guys, but hey, I'm right there with you. But all joking aside, that the opportunity that is now presented to us, Well, and one thing long ago was I realized that other people weren't going to fix my problems. That the only person who could fix my problems is me, and that's the reason I got into the real estate investing. It's the reason that I do what I do, is because I'm in control of my own finances. I'm in control of my future. When you leave your control of your future to other people on Wall Street, well, you can see sometimes they make mistakes. Um, Greed set in real heavy on Wall Street, and that's the reason these very complicated securities were developed, and the reason that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and Wamu and all these companies are imploding now is because they went by lending ratios that are outrageous, and whoops is their reaction. So I just wanted to throw out a little bit of a blog post there and just say, you know what, there's opportunity here. I know for a lot of people out there, it's going to get really tough. Um, there's a lot of people like us that can help those folks. So put on your thinking cap, get out in the trenches. Let's do something about this. Let's be the ones that grab back a hold of what's going on with our country right now, because I think it's got to start in the grassroots efforts. And if it doesn't start with a grassroots effort, then again, we're letting somebody else control our future. So be with me on that. I know it sounds like a huge task, but I think I can help, one, two, three people at a time, and that's where it starts. So have a great weekend. Happy Friday. Again, Bill Crosby, pre-foreclosure expert. Thanks for watching.